Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this in the middle of the week, Wednesday, where we deal with the hard stuff in recovery. So, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about, like, sometimes how we can get confronted by our children um, as a result of the things that how we reared them, if we were around or not around, decisions that we made during that time when they were younger or whatever happens. It comes a time where our children will want to confront us. Okay. So, my question is, if that's already happened to you, how did you respond? What kind of tips would you give to somebody in a situation where they're being confronted by the young person or by the young people? Um, okay, that's what it's about today. For those of you who do not know, my name is Sheila Rollins, and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries, Entertainment, and Associates, Inc. And on this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anyone desiring to overcome anything. And we do it with Jesus Christ being our higher power and also what he's accomplished for us on a cross. So, therefore, deliverance, success, anything that we thought was impossible without Christ becomes possible with Christ. We just need to keep our hands in his hands, stay humble, um, follow his directives. It's just like when we follow Satan, he would hype up something that he wanted us to do to make it seem like it was delicious, going to be delicious or whatever. You know what I mean? And he would get us to follow, he would entice us. Okay, Jesus is giving directives too. It may not seem so juicy or whatever, but he may make us think more about the past. I'm saying the future rather, not the past, but the future instead of that immediate gratification. However, if we can hold out and follow Christ, we'll see that he has more power. He will help us out. Good person to have in your corner. So, okay, if you haven't already become a part of this YouTube family, girl, I'm telling you something. Dude, I'm telling you, you are missing it. Yes, because we do some great things here with H.U.L.A Ministries, Overcomers Anonymous. You gotta become a part. Okay? So, all you do is touch the word subscribe. It's totally free. A bell will come up. When it does, hit the bell and you'll see the word all. Touch the word all, and every time I get a new upload, you've turned on notifications, so you'll get a notification that I did a new upload. Okay? That easy. Then I need you to help me out to grow the channel, get this good word out there by sharing with everyone, especially those on or including those on all social media platforms. Okay, give me some thumbs up, make a comment, let me know how you feel, what you think, whatever. Keep this topic in mind because I really would like to know if you've already been confronted. How'd you handle it? Did you keep your cool? Did you lose your cool? Did you apologize? Did you say, girl, bye, boy, bye? How did you handle it? Okay. So I'm going to share my story. Okay. And, just maybe um, somebody out there may get some tips. If you think that I didn't handle it right, you can help me out that when it happens again, because sometimes they do come back more than once, you know, help me out. So, okay. So I have 3 live children, and I'm trying to think all but maybe one, maybe, that we've talked to some degree about how I made decisions, different things that I've handled, discipline, um, things that they were allowed to do or not allowed to do, that kind of thing. So was confronted. Now, some things I was misled, misunderstood, I should say, that I thought that maybe that they wanted an explanation. They didn't want an explanation. They wanted me to just listen and hear it. So, tip number one, preference. Have them preference what they want. Do you want me to just listen to you? Do you want to know why? Do you want to hear the rationale and why I did something? Preference it. Okay. The second thing that I did was that some things I didn't remember. Okay. So even the things that I didn't remember that they thought that I had done or that they thought that was wrong, all right, I apologize for it. Because I view myself as a human being. I'm fallible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not above anybody or making a mistakes or whatever. And sometimes it was a level of healing. Sometimes it was the knowledge that I had, whatever. But anyway, I apologize until one kid said, I made them go to church. Now, okay, sometimes mommy forgets. But the thing about it is, you don't get a chance to decide what I forget. Now, the things that I apologize for, I honestly, maybe they happened, maybe they didn't. Maybe that's just how the kids saw it. Didn't matter. I apologize. But make them go to church? Nope. Nope. We never had a conversation. Because see, I was checking my time. Had I made them go to church, then I would remember a conversation where maybe I said, okay, y'all, I'm going to be leaving 30 minutes because I've been long time. Stop getting them up. Set an alarm clock for them. No, 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 no. You're a certain age. Set that alarm clock. Get up, do what you need to be. And I'm leaving at such and such a time. So be ready, okay? And so there was never a time when maybe somebody wasn't up and I went to their room and I said, what's going on? What's up? I'm not going to church no more. Never. Never a time where it was like, I don't feel good, I don't want to go no more or whatever. No conversation about church at all. It was our life. I came into the church when I was 19 years old. I gave my life to the Lord and it wasn't complete. He still was working on things for me then and continues to work now. And he's going to work until Jesus Christ comes. Okay. So that was just a flat out loud lie. I mean, maybe they would talk to their peers about that happened and made a mistake and actually said it to the person that was supposed to have done it. Okay. Because truly that was a mistake. And so I had to rebuke that one. I was like, you know what? That never happened. That right there, I may forget some things. I would have remembered that, because this was our lifestyle. We were having fun. It was a joy for us, to go to church and how we lived our life and stuff. Now, the things that I did give a choice about was when they got a certain age. So see, I don't believe in holidays. You probably figured that out by now. I may celebrate the seasons or whatever, like have a get together for the winter, for the summer, whatever, that kind of thing. But when it comes to like trick or treat, I don't do holidays. I mean, I had a daycare for years. I learned to kind of stay away from that and just deal with the seasons because parents, some parents, especially those that are Muslim, and I had Muslim children in my daycare, they don't do holidays. And not that that would affect my family in any way, but it was just what I've learned to do. So I didn't do holidays. But when my kids got a certain age, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, I forgot what age it was, but around there, I allowed them to make a decision if they wanted to go out trick or treating or not. I allowed them to make a decision whether they wanted to be vegetarian or not, because at the time I was vegetarian. I didn't become vegan until the last about 3 years. In the last 3 years, I've been vegan. But prior to that, I was vegetarian from like early 20s, I'm gonna say about 22, up into the last 3 years. So I didn't become vegan until I was what, 58? 58, 59, 61, 62. Oh, about 59. Okay. So I gave them a choice about those things. Now, whether we had the conversation or did not have the conversation, which we did not, church was not an option. It was not. Okay. I was a Christian. I was raising my children. The thing that I regret that I did not do was when my children got to say or be about like between 10 or say maybe 11 and 12, up until leaving my home. I wish that I had Bible studies, to go over the things that the Bible says, the Ten Commandments, and different rules and regulations or whatever in the Bible. I wish that I had them do um, do Bible studies. I feel like had I had Bible studies incorporated when they was at an age where they could really grasp it, they would probably still be Christians today. While a couple of them still goes to church, it's only one that doesn't. Um, I just feel like I could have been better. So that's, I guess, a parent tip you can say. When your children get to be about 10 or 11 years old, have them have Bible studies to the rest of the time that you have them, to download that word in them. So basically, that's all I have. I was humble when I talked to my children. I didn't really get excited until I was lied on. Like, you telling me that I forced you to go to church? Tell me how that conversation was. Because I disassociated on that one. I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened. Okay. So, that's all I have for you. I hope that was helpful. Keep your cool. It's going to pass. And it does feel like they're poking at you a little bit, like you did the best that you can, or whatever. You might feel shame, you might feel guilty, whatever, maybe some things or decisions that you made or whatever. But hey, we're human. At least that we were there, to make a mistake. And if you weren't there, you could just put in an apology. You know what I'm saying? Kids want their parents, put in an apology, and hopefully the relationship can pick up from there and it can be better even now. Okay, so I love you. That's all I have for you. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion, and power, both now and ever. I love you. See you in the next YouTube. Remember to check out my playlist. Buy some of the fundraiser, that vegan food and non-dairy ice cream and desserts and hot dogs, sausages, steaks, spare ribs. And this week I'm doing breakfast food. So I have vegan eggs, waffles, sausage, and I'm going to try my hand at some bacon for the second time. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So you're going to have to pick up by Thursday because Friday I'll be, my nephew's passed. So we'll be at the funeral. So I love you. This is all I have for you. See you in the next YouTube.